Hello, my name is Katy Isennock, and I'm from New Freedom Borough. First and foremost, this issue of the logo needs to be focused on our children and our youth. To put the mascot away is respect. Retiring is respect for the past, for the present, and for the future. It is respect for my Native kids in the district and Native kids that may pass through here in the future. May my kids and future Native kids never have to experience this controversy that you have put my kids and family through. We as a Native nation do not need to be remembered or honored through a logo. There are better ways to honor and remember us. Most importantly, this has stressed my children, my nieces, that are going through the district. That should be enough for you to move on. Leave it be and move on with what matters most, our kids and their education. My kids are not proud to be Native in this community. You have made it an embarrassment for them. We go everywhere else in the United States and they feel welcome and proud, but here. When we have to perform here, my kids get incredibly nervous to get in front of all of you because they know what goes on here and how they're treated. My son, I noticed that he's starting to tuck his braid in. Why? He's gone through racism in elementary school, and it was a big deal. He went through sexual harassment when he was in elementary school. And people will tell me that we haven't experienced racism. Maybe I haven't, but now my children are. And that's why it's different now when my children are going through it as opposed to when I was going here. Now my children are experiencing it. And you only have the courage to do what you're doing because you are in the land of your own. I encourage you to present your side to a group of all Native Americans and a room of all Native Americans and see how that goes for you. You may feel discouraged as I feel and as my kids and family in the district feel. I hope you can someday experience what we are feeling. You care so much to bring the logo back for your public image. You have made the logo represent a political stance, and it's unnerving. And it's proof because some of you are wearing t-shirts that have conservative with the logo on it. You may think you know all about Native Americans, but our government-mandated history has failed all of you and all of us. You are not educated enough to know what is going on in Native country and Native history to represent a warrior head. The truth is just now emerging about our people as a collective. We are creating movements to collectively do this as a Native people. We now have the power to fight our image being used inappropriately, and we have the power to share the truth. Moreover, those of you that want to keep the mascot blindly support inaccuracies about Native people. Your Warrior Logo support face group was in favor of AIM. They were sharing pictures of AIM and saying good things about AIM. AIM stands for American Indian Movement. AIM was founded in 1968, initially centered in urban areas in order to address systematic issues of poverty, discrimination, and police brutality against American Indians. They also began the removal of the logo movement. My family, my son's family, were deeply rooted into the AIM movement. His grandmother came here specifically for the AIM movement, and she never left. And they also marched through here years ago, and the support group was sharing pictures of that. And they would be rolling in their graves right now to know that a Warrior Logo support group is sharing pictures of them and showing support for them because these are the type of people that they fought. This is offensive to my relatives and AIM who have fought so hard for our rights as Native people. It is my due diligence to call this support group out because the blood that runs through my veins and my kids' veins is the same blood that was part of AIM. This is just one example of many I saw where you're all so contradictory in your ways of fighting for the logo. You have no idea what you're sharing, and you have no idea what you're doing when it comes to our culture. It is offensive and ignorant. You are not Native. You do not know the culture. The culture takes a lifetime to learn and understand. You have to be immersed within us to know us. To me, the logo indefinitely represents our Native spirituality, which is essentially a religion to us. The peace pipe represents prayer and praying with tobacco. The logo is identity theft of the Susquehannock, and you do not have their permission to use the symbol of their culture and religion. You cannot consult with them because they are gone, because of your ancestors that brought disease and colonization that caused death and misery. Why would they want you representing them? Respect to the Susquehannock is to leave them alone and let them rest in peace. Most tribes have a belief that when someone passes on, you don't mourn for them or have a shrine for them, which is essentially the logo. We want them to move on and be happy in the spirit world. There are certain protocol that is done in our ceremonies for honor. For you to say you are honoring the Susquehannock is unsettling, because those are not our ways to be boastful.
Everyone has 5 minutes.
And have our image be adorned. You already got to keep the sacred tribal name for the name of the school,
All right.
and that should be enough for you to honor them.
Thank you. All right, Captain John Smith. Captain John Smith.